G'day, it's JD here, and today we're going to try typical Australian fish and chips. Let's go check it out. Today we'll be trying an Australian fish and chip shop with fresh fish, thick cut chips, and a whole lot of Australian fried snacks. In this episode, we're filming from Wattle Park Fish and Chips, a fish and chip shop recommended to me by one of my subscribers. Alright, this is a typical Australian fish and chip shop. Alright, those are the thick cut chips now. It's going to put in. So they're going to fry it in a basket. They use thick cut chips here. The fish and chip shops in Australia, it's all thick cut chips. He's going to put it into the fryer. Ooh, okay, this is the deep fryer now. This is where our chips is frying. So what's a different fry? They've got different temperatures?
Yes.
Okay, so you put in one first and then you put in the other?
Yeah.
Alright, look, ooh, wow, they're all bubbling. Our chips, a potato cake, dim sims, and this is the fish we ordered. Okay, I'll have chicken salt on my chips, thanks. Oh, look at that, that's the chicken salt. Alright, that's our fish and chips seafood pack. Got the fish and the chips. A bit more salt on top on the fish.
Okay.
Alright, we've got our fish and chips now, let's go and try it. You'll find a lot of fish and chip shops in Australia near beaches and parks. So it's a really nice place to eat once you buy your fish and chips. Alright, let's unwrap our fish and chips and have a look what we got. Ooh, wow, look at that. Look at the piece of fish. It's flaking off. Oh look, these are the chips we got seasoned with chicken salt. And that's a potato cake. And we've got here a dim sim and a calamari ring. So these are the typical Australian favorites at a fish and chip shop. Alright, I'm going to start with the chips. This is a typical Australian thick cut potato chip. Let's have a look at it. Look, nice and chunky, cut evenly. Ooh, and it's fried. It feels really crispy in my fingers, and it's been salted with the chicken salt. Chicken salt basically is chicken flavored seasoning. It's the same kind of salt they use in KFC chips as well. So it's you have a choice when you buy fish and chips here in Australia whether you want normal salt or chicken salt on your chips. So I've opted for chicken salt. Let's give it a go. I love that thick cut chip. It's nice and crispy on the outside, yet it's nice and thick and chunky on the inside. And that chicken salt really makes it tasty. A flake is the most common fish you get at fish and chip shop. It's made from gummy sharks or other different species of shark here in Australia. And usually it's caught locally. You find a lot of gummy shark in Port Phillip Bay here in Melbourne. So the flake is usually very fresh. So let's have a look at inside the flake. I love it when the fish slices are really thick. And look at the texture of the fish. This fish looks really fresh. Okay, here's an interesting fact. When fish and chips were invented in England like a few hundred years ago, the batter in the fish and chips were actually there just to protect the fish. So the fish would steam in a pocket of this batter. And it wasn't meant to be eaten. You're meant to peel off the batter and eat the fish. So over the years, people have seasoned the batter. And people tried eating the batter in case, that's not bad. So until today, people really love the batter on the fish and chips as well. But it wasn't meant to be eaten when fish and chips were first invented. Now that's an interesting fact for you. Now I'm going to first try the batter with a bit of fish from this flake. That batter is nice and crispy. It's well seasoned. You can almost hear the crunch of it in my mouth. Let's try this fish. That fish tastes really fresh. It's got a really nice firm texture. It's not too soft. And doesn't have that great fishy taste. But flake usually doesn't have a really strong fishy taste. It's just got a nice taste of seawater. The texture of the fish really contrasts the batter. So you have the crispy batter and the firm, silky taste of the fish. Goes really well. The blue grenadier traditionally is smoother, softer flesh fish. As you can see here. It's very flaky. So let's try some. Mmm. It's got a stronger fishy taste, the blue grenadier, but it's alright, it's good. It's actually very, very tasty as well. I'll try a bit more. Now here's an interesting fact. The blue grenadier, or the Hoki, is the same kind of fish that's blended into a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. So it's a really common fish used in a lot of snacks like fish fingers and stuff. So this is a potato cake. So basically it's a huge slice of potato, battered and deep fried. This is also a classic Australian favorite. So I'm gonna rip it in half. Oh, you can see the potato inside, the slice of potato in there, inside the batter. Ooh, the batter's nice and crispy. Let's try it. Mmm. The potato's nice and soft, and the batter's really crispy. This is a really nice potato cake. Mmm. Alright, we're gonna have to move along quickly here. There's a lot of things to try. Next up is a Chiko Roll. It's a classic Australian favorite, deep fried snack. So the outside is made with flour, a kind of batter with flour and egg, and the inside contains beef and vegetables. Vegetables such as cabbage, onions, and carrots. Alright, that's the inside of a Chiko Roll. Look, you can see the cabbage, you can see bits of carrot, peas, and spices, onions, beef. Mmm. I can taste a bit of spices. I can taste a bit of curry seasoning in this. I think they put a bit of curry seasoning in the Chiko Roll. Alright, let's move on. This is a fried dim sim. What's a dim sim? It's an Australian take of the classic Chinese dim sum or dumplings. But they've made it Australian style. Usually it's made with lamb and beef inside. It's chunks of minced meat inside in a nice skin. And you can either get this deep fried or steamed, and with soy sauce as well. So let's have a look inside the dim sim. Oh, look at the meat in there. It's got meat, bits of cabbage as well. So that's an Australian dim sim right here. That's the inside of a dim sim. Look, it's got chunks of meat as well. It's usually lamb and beef. Mmm. It's not too bad. It certainly has a lamb flavor in there. I prefer a bit more texture to my meat, but that's a good snack. Wow, that was a nice lunch. I hope we've given you a good insight into a typical Australian fish and chip shop. So, what are the fish and chip shop like in your place? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And please subscribe to our channel for more awesome food videos. JD out.